G'day, today we're going to play some Mini Motorways. Just going to go for a level this time. So you can see with a lot of my levels, if we have a look at my scores, I'm pretty consistently right up there. I mean, you can see that the best of the best does sort of slide away, but top 1%, top 3%, we're looking pretty good. So what I was looking for, is there any levels that I really am not sitting in that similar sort of right at that tippity top? Rio is a different one. They rescaled Rio. There was a time where I probably should have had another crack at Rio because you would have got much easier good scores. Um, so that one doesn't bother me too much. But apart from these, Wellington's evil is Warsaw. So you can see right there, I am sitting right in the middle of the pack. For those that are curious, 5% for Chiang Mai and Lisbon, 10%. So these last ones I definitely have right to sort of give another run to. Side note as well, they haven't put in a dark mode picture for Lisbon just yet. So Warsaw is the one that is sitting furthest out. That's top 15%. This is suggesting that quite comfortably people should be able to get over 6,000. So I think that this level must scale easy for whatever reason. So let's have a look at it and see if we can up that score. So what was my score? 3,000, just over 3,000 somewhere. Bad position of this first guy, because what he's doing is basically running a blocking lane all the way along the river. So if anyone ends up the top here and has housing down the bottom, we're not going to be looking too good. Similar to that, almost. This guy can luckily just... Well, I mean, so he can sort of get by, but again, he's now blocking off two sides as well. So all we need is just a factory up here with its houses over here, and we can sort of... There's also the gridlock in the middle. Hopefully we see closer houses. But I mean, that's a wish that you have in every single time you play Mini Motorways. Hopefully houses spawn in a place that's more favourable to where my factories are, my destinations are. So I think I only have played this level the once. Okay, so we're going to give this guy a roundabout straight away, because he is circular. Get these guys to just sort of have a rundown that means that they all stay as driveways on that line. Now this guy for now will still connect to these further away guys. Generally, I prefer to have them connecting to the closest guys as possible. That's still sort of mid-range. It's not like the houses are sitting right here. But also, if he was to take these ones, it means that this guy would end up inheriting ones that are even further away. So the relation for this guy to these three is not as bad as moving this guy to the ones further back. With the way this is putting us on islands so quickly, like on the different islands, does make it feel like we could be in for some trouble. So if we cut this way and get around that, have this guy run up there. Don't necessarily like the position of that bridge though. Let's redo it. We're gonna have to wait for it to come back. Basically, just this one square here. If I can get a blue house there, that's better than getting a blue house up here. So we'll make them run in that little extra weird hook there. This circular guy down the right side, our yellow, he's got a fair few houses though, so he's doing okay. This guy, our now newly circular blue, is in a bad spot because he's only got the two houses and they're very far away, and there's no clear way to connect these two yellow houses to our yellow guy down the bottom. Like they can't cut through some of the blue houses in order to get there, but they're going to have to. So I think what we have to do is cut here and run those two guys across. Basically, this guy gets 4 houses and they're just going to have to cut across that path for now. motorway coming in though. Okay, let's pause for a second. Now, what we currently don't have is any bridges, but we're going to regain this bridge here. We're also going to reclaim that road there, and we're going to change what this guy's looking at. So we've got a fair few houses on this top side, and we're going to claim those 6 to the motorway. What I'm also going to do is, because this is a motorway, we're going to give it a roundabout. So we will go motorway from there to there. Then we're going to give 1, 2, 3 houses there. Don't like that layout at all. Still bad, but fine. Then what we'll do is we've got to wait for our 2 bridges to come back. Anytime. There's a bridge. All right, cool. So firstly, we'll send a bridge straight up there. Just wait for this second one. Goes, and this guy will run around the top in a very long route. It'd be nice to either have a roundabout that we can slot in here to stop this guy from losing his ability to have a motorway. All right. So, okay, well, at least someone's been nice to us. Also a downer that we've gotten a double destination here, because that means that we're now going to be harder to last longer, because they usually are our trickiest things to maintain. What we'll do is we'll give 2 pink houses an attachment to the motorway, so they can just go through that roundabout and down here to help out that guy. A nice get here with this blue guy, because then he can go over and help our blue circle destination here. Definitely take the bridge. So what we can do now is let's get rid of that. I don't know if I can let him connect in there because of the angle of the road. I think he's got to do that sort of like pop up to get through. What we'll do is we'll connect these 4 that way. Ideally, they get a motorway at some point. And what we'll do is we'll disconnect that and run these guys along the bottom so that they're now looking after that. This guy, I am going to run into that roundabout, see if he can help out there. This guy has got heaps of houses assisting him at the moment, though. It would be nice to have this guy help out somewhere too. I suppose he can go in there for now, because I wouldn't want to connect him here without a roundabout, I'd say. This is the point where I look at it and I go like, whew, I feel like I've good job managing all of this, and I look up and see that I'm on 195. Like, okay, so we're miles from healthy at the moment. All right, well, we can definitely cut that route a little bit shorter. Now I've got another guy needing to traverse the entire map to get assistance. So we'll run these 2 guys. How many? I'm not sure we've even got enough squares here. We'll run them down to there, and then they can pop out the back there. I mean, the amount of time it's going to take from this ordering some, like, a delivery when the delivery is actually going to show up is a very long time. These 2 guys here, we will switch over to just looking after this guy. It's blue down the bottom right. Thank you. We'll take the motorway. We will gain a lot of road back by... actually, we'll face them that way still. By letting these guys jump straight over to their very far away destination. Oh. And then connecting them immediately to pinks again will allow them to go help out with both. If we get a bridge, we can then just swap these guys over to helping out with that. If we don't, if we get a motorway, we can obviously do that too. Also just increase the amount of double destinations we have. Now, I don't think that the biggest danger to you is double destinations in terms of going for a long time. The biggest thing, in my opinion, is the amount of each color of destination that you have. So for example, you can see we currently have 3 blue destinations, 2 yellow, 2 pink, 1 green, 2 light blue. So the real danger at the moment is green going crazy because there's only one destination there. So great, there's a second one. Life just became a little bit easier for green. Okay, so the question now is what do we want to do in terms of our motorway? Unfortunately, with green's late little submission there, we're going to have to give it to green to get the extra help. Because they've at least got a nice setup for this guy, even though he's the not circular one. You down here don't help at all at this point. So far from everything. This also isn't necessarily great. We need more bridges. Actually, here's this little set of houses here can help out this guy down here. Which means that we can shift more of these guys north. So let's cut the back off this. We haven't connected those two guys yet. I'm going to run them down to the bottom of that. I'm going to kill all of that. Then that guy around. This guy here is circular. This guy is not. So the way we want to set this up isn't necessarily clear. Not great having them go into an intersection. We will take a roundabout and we'll drop it there. This road system here is bad. Currently this road is catering to 2 pink houses and 2 light blues. I can't even separate that at this point. I have a bridge because I just gained that one back from pink. But if I was to take these light blues and run them over here, pink is still using this road to connect to this guy. Light blue's still using that. No, light blue doesn't have to connect, does it? Good. Alright, good. We actually do have a solution here. So, let's just pause for a second. Let's get this guy up here. There is a free spot in here. So what we'll do is we'll grab 1, 2, and 3 for him. And then we'll give that guy to him. Then means that 1, 2, 3. Let's move that to there. And flick those guys around. Is that guy connected? I don't think he is. Let me move that for a second. And push him up like that. And then we'll put that there. So that they're all on that sort of type angle. Okay, so that's there. What I can now do is, the problem I said about this being connected, if I get rid of that little connection there, so that this is now no longer connected to that road, we can run this up the top, give them a bridge, and then we can flip these guys around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That guy's circular. This guy's not circular, so we'll give him 4. So what we do really want to do is separate the 2 pinks. It is not a good thing. We can also connect this blue guy to this road because he's still going to the blue down there. Well, pink is definitely gunning to never overload because it's got so many. Get off my road. Okay, so let's cut that guy down all the way there. And then we will whip this guy around the corner there. Light blue guy here. I think we'll take the bridge because we just need the ability to separate guys out. I want to see sort of 4 guys here, and then I'll disconnect this motorway. I'm even reluctant to connect these guys on here because the motorway sort of also be connected. Alright, well at least this greenhouse here has given me a quick option for that. Now I think that with how this is set up, they actually won't pass through the roundabout. They will just sort of ignore it, so it won't affect the guys that are in the roundabout. Actually, just give me one more house down here and I'll connect you. I'm that close to doing it anyway, so I'm not going to be a hard bargain right here. This yellow here is still only running off 2 houses. He hasn't gone circular, and there are only 2 yellow destinations, so he is definitely a problem. So an update on the count, we've got 4 blues, 4 pinks. We've got to take the bridge. I do like my roundabouts. I'd say a roundabout for someone like this light blue would be really helpful. Now let's start to see if when these new jobs come up, these guys start taking those orders. So these ones at the back are now playing backups to what we've got down here. Okay, so there's another yellow destination for us. Equally bad location, though, in terms of where the houses are. So we're going to connect... Actually, we've got heaps of... heaps of road, so we'll connect him in there. And then what we'll do is we'll run this guy down here. I don't like destinations sharing houses, especially when one of them's circular. I don't think I've got too much other option at this point, because I've only got this nest of houses here, and then these 3 houses up here. This guy here I could possibly connect down here too. Give me a motorway and I'll make this guy have a motorway, and then I'll allow that guy to just cut through down the middle. Okay, so light blue has 3, dark blue has 4, yellow now has 3, thank goodness, green has 3, pink has 4. So we're in a pretty even spread at the moment, which is good. The biggest problem we have at the moment is how far away some of our housing is from others. Not a bad get, that one. I mean, he's sort of near where the houses are. That guy down there's just gone circular. Take the roundabout. We've got another house there, which is good. These guys here, you can see none of them are actually on demand. So I'll just add 2 guys across to this one because they've got the 2 houses there. Yeah, I think this guy I've just got to basically wait until I get rid of that piece of road. I suppose that's the other bad thing about having these guys connect on here, is that that while these are the two auxiliary blues, so anything that actually is coming up here is being taken by these 2 blues here. These guys are playing backup, but these 4 pink houses are actually looking after 2 separate destinations, and it's only 4 houses. Luckily, they are in the sets of destinations that I have 4 of, so they might last a little bit longer. We will see. Go to the bridge. Alright, we're at least gaining houses in the right spot for this circular yellow. I don't know why I've got him sitting on that weird angle. He can definitely be closer. Okay. Let's give that green 1 extra house. Hey, let's spoil him. We'll give him 2 extra houses. This green here is definitely a bit underhoused. This guy here is only square, so having 2, he shouldn't be too bad. But we'll see. Always come crashing down. Alright, good. It's the 3rd house for that square down the bottom. We do have this light blue house here. I feel like I should get him connected in just to be a backup for that guy since he's only operating on 4. Alright, cool. So we've got this. So what we want to do is think for a second. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 houses down the bottom. These houses are supplying 2 different destinations. One here and one there. So what I think we want to do is get rid of all of that. We then want to run this straight up, connect them there. We then take this and connect it there. Light blue will swap to the closer side. We then have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 houses going this way. Then have a roundabout anyway. Then get those 2 guys to connect in the back of that. Give them a bit extra. I'm going to get rid of that for now because it's in the way of that other guy anyway. So I do want to put the roundabout in here. So let's assume it's there and then run that out. This, we'll get rid of that and we'll put it right on top of them because then hopefully we get more pink houses around it. There. Okay, so with this guy we want to shift light blue up. There's 2 yellow destinations that are actually dealing with what's going on down here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses for 2. This guy here has 6 houses for 1. This is our 4th yellow destination, so that is a good thing at least. Okay, so first thing I want to do here is reroute this. These guys here, let's put him up there, and we'll bring these guys down here, because then that means that this green can go help out with this one. Who do we give to this guy here? We do have the... I think we've got to go for these 2 guys at the back here, because they're so close. Now, because we've just stolen some from these guys, we will give him that guy, and we hope to see him not actually getting used. You can see this guy sitting at home here too. We have 1 extra bridge. So I mean, potentially I could take these 2 yellow houses and bring them down to connect in here as well to try and help out. I mean, so far no one's looked too bad. So just a quick count of blue, because this blue guy here just went circular. There's 2 more yellow houses for this setup too. They're very, like, their distance is quite far though. But you can see none of them are being used at the moment, so they are just working in auxiliary. So this blue down the bottom has only 3 houses. This circular blue has 4. This square destination has 3. This guy here has 4. But they're actually at a pretty even split. I'm concerned for how this guy's going to go. He already has a lot of houses, and again you can see that none of these guys are actually being used on this highway, so I could reclaim that highway too. Don't know if I might, and I'll shift that guy north. I'll show sort of, we'll put all those guys connecting on there. Now we do have an extra bridge as well, so what we can do, because we've got so many guys over here, is actually split this. Like I said, there's a problem that you can have, actually no I can't, because I can't get any higher than that. But so many houses at the top though, that hopefully that these 2 aren't going to be a problem. I say hopefully because they definitely will be. Alright, so we've got another motorway. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to cut that. And what we'll do is we'll run all the way up. I want to build the bridge there, which I currently can't do because of what I've just done to that. Let me think, do I actually want to keep a bridge here, or do I want to just set these guys to both be motorways? Let's give them 2 motorways. Got enough. So let's get rid of all of that. This guy here will give him these 5 houses at the back. And this guy here will go that weird setup. Bounce over. Let's go there so I've got 1 square up. Now that means as well that there's a clear path along the top between this yellow here and these yellows at the top here. These 3 yellows here still aren't in use. I could use this motorway here to cut these 3 guys off and send them directly down to this guy. And that we're looking very calm at the moment. Like the roads have not flipped out on me at all. For 2.5 or 2,200, it's eerily quiet, I think. Roundabout. I do have 2 roundabouts on hand at the moment. We're also starting to get enough pink houses at the top here that we could split these 2 guys as well. I just heard another house come in somewhere. Was it this guy? I want to see some more dark blue. There's a dark blue house down here. Sort of in no man's land. Can't fit a roundabout on that guy. Put one sort of up here. Because we can do that, let's just give him that guy. We've got enough road tiles. Now, also got a fair few. Like you can see, this guy here, I wouldn't say is struggling, but starting to get my eye on him. He's only got 4 houses looking after him, and you can see none of these houses at the back here are really being used. Okay, so there's the second motorway. So yellow, you can see, is now starting to struggle. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that. We're going to collapse these 4 guys over here. Going to let him flip around the other way. So there's 5 houses looking after him. And you can see that this is part of the problem that you can have by having them share a road. That both of these 2 guys are in a worse way. The houses that are closer to this guy might be going off to the other one. You can see that everyone's hitting that roundabout, and it's getting a little bit like slowed down just for that. So this divide out should hopefully see both of them sort of smooth out a bit. What we can do as well, because we've got 145 road tiles and we have 3 bridges, is we can run these guys just across there. Let them go be the backup help for that guy, and you can see they're already in use. Now, it does also mean that I've left these 2 guys with only 4 houses looking after them, and they probably could do with some more. So maybe let's flick that way, and we'll look at what option we have to here. We've got room for a roundabout there. So what I'm going to do is get this guy up here and connect into that. Then what I'm going to do is cut those 4 guys that way. Build that. We'll use this motorway to help out that. So again, we're going to divide 2 sets of pink over here, who again you can also see are starting to struggle a bit. We've just doubled the amount of houses supporting those 2. Now, for some reason though, these guys aren't moving. Is it because of that roundabout? There we go. Yeah, roundabout was causing them havoc. The problem that I've just created though is that these 2 blue houses are now no longer connected to that. So here's what we do: get rid of all of that. Get rid of all of that. and all of that. Flick these guys around that way. We do have a roundabout, so great, let's put that there. We send these guys up that way. This can all connect like that. We then can run these two guys across there. Then we can take these guys and I'll get them to go like that. Then we'll join that way and then run in there. We do need this to sort itself out nice and quick because these guys here are freaking out a little bit. Having a watch. I think it was just because we gave these guys a weird little run around that they're that it got a bit shaky. Just want to keep an eye on it though to make sure that that does. Yeah, you can see that's quieted right down. We are over 3,000 now, so I think we have hit that that marker we were after. Again, this guy here. Alright, well we've just had this guy down the bottom here just go major, and he doesn't have that much support. So we can see this guy down the bottom has significant support, so what we'll do is we'll pull these two and run them along here. They will share the road with that guy, because the only other thing attached to that is a blue, so it just means that these two backup guys are going to share the same road as that one blue backup guy. So hopefully we should never see them on the road at the same time. Pink still, I think, is my my problem child. We can switch that guy around too, so this pink gains an extra house. We've got a pink house down here, one there. It's calming down a little bit now, I think. I still would like a lot more blue houses. I think I'm underhoused for blue. This guy over here has gained a few extra ones. He's now got 5 looking after him, which I think makes him the most cared for of my blue destinations. So both of these guys are circular. You can see that he's starting to struggle a little bit too. We flick this guy onto that road and then give him an extra sort of set of hands. We do have... Those guys are not connected to anything. Oh, he is connected. Got these two blues not connected to anything there. And it might be worth getting them connected on this. That's such a weird road, this red one. It's such a sharp line that it draws wherever I sort of put it. Like, look at that. It doesn't sort of wave like everything else does. He needs help. And I can't just sort of keep waiting until he actually starts screaming. So there's nowhere I can get a roundabout on for him. The only reason this guy has a roundabout is because he's got that one extra pink house. And he's looking pretty fine. So let's get rid of that. Really only 3 houses down here. Get rid of that. And let's put these 3 guys just into a tighter bunch. Set them up there. Get rid of that. Give these guys over here the bridge. And we'll give these 3 guys the motorway. We'll give the motorway to there. Then we'll give this guy the roundabout. Give him the 4th house. It was a nice, very close house for him. It's probably more beneficial than having 2 guys coming across the map to him. Still would like another motorway to give this pink some assistance. But again, I don't really know who I would be getting help from. It could possibly be that I have to connect this house into this motorway, this roundabout. And then have that house also connected and then have them running in here. But again, you can see that's sort of calmed down again. There we are over the 4,000 mark. There's a blue house there. Now that blue house, 4 guys looking after this one. 4 guys currently looking after him, so I guess I'll give him to that one. Go the roundabout. These houses here are now very close to this guy, that I wonder if I should rip up that motorway. This guy here is doing a bit ordinary too. Are these guys not connected? That's what I wonder. Is he gonna go now? No. And this guy here again, you can see is starting to jump. Alright, so what I want to do is just switch this around a bit again. Let's take these 5 guys and connect them there, and I'm going to get rid of that. I don't think, as long as that guy doesn't go circular, I don't think he's going to cause me any grief. You can see that there is a pink guy sitting at home at the moment for this. So maybe he's not an issue. This guy's now unhappy, so let's give him a... Actually, where's probably the best spot? Maybe we'll just keep it where it was. Let's give this guy a motorway to try and just speed up his connections. Because you should have enough houses. Actually, can't squeeze a roundabout in anyway, can I? I can. Okay. Let's talk roundabout for this guy. Problem is that I've just put his motorway in, so I don't want to pull his motorway back out, because then they're going to have to wait for everyone to connect to it. So all I'm going to do at the moment is just put that roundabout in as part of this, so that basically the space is reserved, and then just cross my fingers that I get a motorway. Okay, what I can do then is I can build off that. You're going to let me... Cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in place, so that even if I rip this up, they are still going to go. They're just going to go on the road. Still incredibly messy. Okay, you can see how many guys are currently sitting at home here. So what I'm also going to do then is just temporarily do that, cause all these guys to shoot over and go help him out too while he's really struggling. Just waiting for this motorway to go away, which potentially I've made worse by this intersection. But you can see how many cars are sitting here waiting to help out. Alright, this guy here is also struggling, so let's flick a car, flick 2 sets of cars around. This guy at the top, he can just inherit those 2. See how many cars are now sitting down here. Great, okay, so that motorway is now gone. So what we'll do is we will turn these guys around. Get rid of that. I just don't want that guy connecting directly into the... with that, and then we'll have this guy sort of jolt out that way. Have this motorway jump to there. So now that we've got that in place, what we also probably want to do is cut this road here. We want cars to stop turning and going that way from this set. And a brief sort of period of helping. Inverted commas there for helping, because you can see how much worse this now looks. But once those guys have cleared, then the cars moving in here should be more efficient. You sort of will survive in the way that this is sitting, because every car is just outside the door waiting to come in. But now that you can see that there's going to be no one sort of trying to cut across, these cars should be a bit smoother coming in. So hopefully we should recover slightly. There we go. Alright, cool. Another motorway. Okay, so another motorway. What I want to do is I feel like... Is it maybe this guy that needs the help? Is he our next one that's Let's get this green guy down the bottom. I feel like the problem is, luckily this guy here is still a square destination, and these two guys here are both square destinations. Oh, I'm really struggling with the word destination there. It currently means that everyone is all the double destinations aren't sort of like ultra urgent. These two green guys here, we can actually sneak them back to help out with that green that's also looking a bit ordinary. So what we've done is we've connected these three guys to there. They're now backups to the rest. You can see they're currently not being used. I don't love that they're on the same side as pink, but pink isn't a double destination, so I can hopefully cope with it. This pink, on the other hand, is starting to struggle again. We're not really getting more houses at the moment. So, on notice to pull this motorway again. It's an interesting get, this house here. He's really close to that. He also would be an intersection into that guy, which wouldn't be great. Connect that blue house there to this guy, giving him 4. Can't really do anything with that greenhouse. Alright, how's green looking there at the moment? They're still okay here. Another green down there, that's an alright position there to help this guy. A roundabout. Could sort of fit a roundabout up here. I don't know if there's anyone that really needs a roundabout at this stage. But I mean, they're all, like, that actually has available room in front of them. Still watching you, pink guy here. The only pink, double, like, circular destination too. Okay, see, so this guy's, like, had a brief moment of complaining there and still hasn't called on any of these houses to go help out. Like, there we go, there's the first guy. Like, so it's not necessarily about, being overloaded. It's just that there's not, like, it's the amount of time it takes for him to get over there. Alright, you can see this guy here is starting to get uneasy as well. This guy down here is holding the fort. We are seeing him slowly clean up again. Alright, we've got another house there that can be... Hold on. Oh, come on, give me a... I'm not really going to use either of those at this point, I'd say. This guy's run 4 houses. This is the difference between 4 houses and this many houses and the distance between them. Really see the impact. Alright, green at the top here is still not looking real secure. He's moving alright through this intersection here, I think. Like, I'm not complaining as this is the problem down here. I think he's moving alright. Once they get to that end, you can see they are smoothly sort of moving through. It's just now maybe they're starting to catch a bit there. Alright, this house here, I'm going to move him down to that one. He can help out with this guy who looks way worse than this guy over here. Alright. This yellow down here is starting to go. We've hit 7,000. Hooray. This green here is still getting worse. Okay, so what? Don't have any more motorways. We do have this motorway, actually. Okay, so... I think what we don't have is available greenhouses to go in and help out here. You can see no one in this bottom corner is actually at home. We've got these 2 standalone yellow houses. You can also see the greenhouses, sorry, three greenhouses there. You can also see that this guy down here isn't in much better shape. It would be nice to have a roundabout up here that I could have these guys connecting into. But it would mean I'd have to move that motorway, which I possibly can because I've got an extra motorway at the moment. So let's just try shifting that. You can see it goes, and now it says that I don't have a motorway. So I've got to now wait for those guys to clear before I get my other motorway back, which is a problem. This green guy here is also struggling, so let's give him that extra house. Though, like I said, it could cause him a little bit more of a traffic jam. Need to now desperately wait. Cool, that motorway is gone. What we're going to do is we're going to place that motorway right on top of that blue line. Blue shouldn't be too bothered by it because that is just a square destination. You can see he's happy. Is there anything down there? Roundabout, I guess I did just use one. So we've got 2 more greenhouses coming up to help out up here. Greens across the board are now unhappy. This guy here that has sat in silence happily for so long has finally said, actually, you know what? 2 houses may not be enough for me. This road here is for those 2 pink houses. So they're backup houses. So we'll get this guy to just cut across it to help out. You can see that these houses at the back here are also in use. So hard argument to steal any more houses to send this guy. You can see there are a few yellow houses on this side that currently aren't being used. So maybe what we'll do is we'll run that guy across there to go help out too. This green here is looking pretty bad. So is this guy. So is the green down the bottom. Sort of greens all over the place now. An active revolt. All we can do is cross our fingers that we just can edge over the line to 8,000. Oh, there's a greenhouse right there that's currently not attached to this guy that would do some good. But I think that this guy over here is going to sink us. Come on, 100 to go. Let's get that 8,000. Beautiful, there's 8,000. This guy up here is really unhappy. And he goes this blue. He's gonna... Why did I... Oh, there must have been a roundabout there originally and that I've never sort of like corrected for. Has those guys going pointlessly a little bit further than they need to. Also, like, really lost out on getting any more motorways for this last while. Can't really shift a house from here. I could probably shift that guy. Because this guy's just sort of like living the large life. Let's give him 1 extra house to see if that helps anything. There's no one between here and there, so I'd say that's it done. 8,200. Alright, let's see if that moves up in where we were on the table there. Top 1%. There we go. That's what we want to see. 138. And not complain with that at all. There we go. Any questions or comments, feel free to check them below. Until next time, catch you later.